Hello everybody, welcome to my channel Technical Tips with Hassan. I hope you guys are well and safe and doing good in your lives. We previously discussed in our first video of LFCS, which is a Linux Foundation certified sysadmin. We discussed a very brief overview of the certification, and now we want to move further in our series of LFCS. Well, basically, in this video, I would like to tell you about, if you are, really basic or really beginner to the Linux, just want to make this series as simple and as comprehensive as possible for those people as well who are really new to the Linux. So it'll be very helpful for them. So basically, Linux. So I just want to discuss about a couple of distributions there. For example, in Windows, we have Windows X. We used to have it as XP, Windows 98, and many other distributions there. Well, it's of course comes from the same vendor. But you can say it's different versions and of course different functionalities. In Linux, there are a lot of distributions there, but mainly they have, for example, the Red Hat Enterprise Linux. This is a commercial Linux distribution intended for servers and workstations, and they have the support as well if you pay for that. And it's pretty much similar to the CentOS, but yeah, we also have Fedora. Fedora is also sponsored by Red Hat and is a foundation for the commercial Red Hat enterprise Linux. We have Debian. Debian is an operating system composed only of free open source software, to be very honest. And there are many others as well. For example, Ubuntu, CentOS, Linux Mint, OpenSUSE, SUSE, and many others actually. But in this series, we will mainly work on CentOS. And when you will get your hands on CentOS, you will definitely be comfortable with Red Hat and other distributions as well. There are very minor differences, but more or less it's pretty much same. To get started with the series, and to start learning more about this exam, as we all know that this is the performance based exam, so it's pretty much hard, as you know that performance based exams are like you will be asked to perform a couple of tasks in lab environment, and which will show your expertise, of course. It's not multiple choices. There are a lot of misconception. I have seen on Udemy, and there are a lot of courses there which are saying that we have the dumps here, or we have the questions here. Do not ever buy that, because there will not be multiple choices question in LFCS for 100% sure about it. You will be assigned a purely performance based exam, so you have to get yourself prepared for that, and you have to learn everything. It's not that difficult. If you learn everything, it'll be easy for you. But yeah, let's get back to the topic. To start this, and as I mentioned that it's a performance based exam, we will be working a lot on labs and on practical stuff. We'll definitely cover the theory, because you will have to clear your concept for sure, but yes, you have to work a lot on practical lab. So first of all, I would in this tutorial particularly want to set up a lab for that, and I'm sure that you guys have your own operating systems. I am using Mac, as you can see here, but you can set up the lab I think in pretty much every operating system I'm pretty sure yes you can set up in the Windows operating system as well, but for that of course you need a hypervisor. If you don't know the hypervisor, you should Google it and search for it. What is a hypervisor? These kind of softwares you need to set up an environment. If you have your own Linux system, well, it's great. But most of us, we do not have. We have either MacBook, Windows laptops. So if you have Windows laptop, you don't need to be worried about it. So for that, first of all, you have to install VirtualBox. Quickly show you VirtualBox here. So you can go here, it's an Oracle product, and you can go and download here. Now you can see here that we have the VirtualBox here with for different operating system, for example Windows or Mac operating system, Linux, Solaris, and many others. So you can select whatever suits you there, and you can download it. As I have already downloaded it here, so just want to show you how this is how it looks like, the Oracle VM VirtualBox Manager. Now here you have to set up the things. So for example, I am using the CentOS operating system here. Before we start building the machine here, we need an ISO image of that operating system. So for example, I am gonna use the CentOS operating system. So you can find it, for example, CentOS ISO. So here we are from the official CentOS website. You can download the ISO image. Make sure you download the right one, the 64-bit architecture operating system. You can see here, you can see a lot of mirrors which are available to download the ISO image. Depending on your location, you can select the location. For example, I am in Europe, so UK, for example, is pretty near from me. So I'll click here, and I can download the operating system ISO file from here. So make sure as you can see, it's a minimum 10 gigs of size. So you make sure that you have that much of space here. So you can download this one here. It will be starting downloaded. Now it's gonna take a bit of a time. I have already downloaded this on my operating system, so I'm not gonna download it, but you have to download it from here. After downloading, you can go, and as you can see the new button here, you can click here. So for example, you want to set up your virtual machine, so you can say, for example, any name you want to give first. So that's the first VM. You can select the location. This is important here, so you have to select, for example, if I am using the CentOS, I can't see here, so I can say other. Sorry, so I can say Linux, and here the all of the distributions which you want to say. We don't have CentOS here, so we usually select others for 64-bit. Next is the memory. I would suggest you at least give it 2,000 euro for first practice. 2,000 MBs for the first practice lab. So it'll be, I think, pretty much enough, as you will be performing very basic operations there. So that will be more than enough for the first. Next, if you go, you have to create a hard disk here. Virtual hard disk you have to create here and dynamically allocated. So you can say, look, 8 gigs is pretty much good, but just for the safer side, we can say, for example, 10 gigs will be perfect. We'll create it. Now here is the machine which is created. No, it's not finished as yet. We will go to, so we'll select this, we'll go to setting. So here are different options you can see if you want to change it. So these are the things which we have seen when we are setting up the machines. This is the system, how much memories we have here, and all these things. We have the display here. We can increase or decrease here. For example, we have a video memory, monitor count, scaling graphics. You can see a lot of options here. I'm not going to change anything. It's a remote display, recording, and all these options I'm sure you can explore these all by your own. Storage here, so we have the storage here. we can increase storage, we can attach the additional storage, and we can work on that, which we will work of course in our next video. So but you don't have to be worried about it for now. Network is very important. Okay, so we have the network adapters attached to this virtual machine. We have a couple of options here: internal network, host only, driver, generic, NAT. Well, there are a lot of options of the networks adapters. We will cover these in our next videos, but for now I would suggest you to select the bridge adapter. This way we will be able to connect to the virtual machine, and it will be accessible from our local machine, and also our virtual machine will be able to connect to the internet. So yeah, that's the plan. And we have ports, shared folders. Here we can set up a shared folder with our local machine, and we can transfer the data here easy, and the user interface here. For now, what we are going to do is that we need to select the image disk here, and we need to attach an image. So as I mentioned that I have already here. So as I mentioned that I have already have the image download already. You have to download it as yourself. So you can see CentOS I have selected here, and it's selected already. Now we can say okay. Now it looks like so everything is set up here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start the virtual machine here. So the virtual machine has been started, and you can see the option install CentOS 7. So we'll go for this. Now before we move further, just want to let you know that we can increase the size as well, which is pretty small at the moment, so that you can see everything. So it's running the system files and everything there. You can see that. Now just want to show you till the configuration management, where we will set up different parameters and for the operating system, and then I will fast forward this video. Don't want to waste your time, and then you will see that how it will work. So here we are now. So usually actually it doesn't detect the mouse, so we can click here, and now it's detecting the mouse. So you can see language, English language, and whatever suits you. For me, I'm gonna put the United States. I'll continue. Now here we have different things. For example, date and time. You can check your zone there as well. You can set up your zone for that, and you can check the keyboard format there. You can check your language support, whatever you want to set up. What I will change here is the software. As you can see, we have very minimal installation there, which means you will get only a black screen. It will be started in init level 0. I'll explain you what is the level and all these things in future, but you can see here we have different types of setups for this operating system. What I am going to go with is the server with the GUI, graphical user interface. This way we will have graphical screen there as well. We have proper desktop. I want to show you a couple of things there, but most of the time, as I told you, we will be working on command line and Linux. So but still we'll need this to configure a lot of things. I'll show you next one. I will be doing these operations. So we'll done this, and we will scroll down. Installation destination, if you can see here. So installation destination is the we have that 10 gigs of space. You can split this. You can configure the LVM. There are a lot of different options there. I'm not gonna go for this for now, as I will cover those options in my future videos for sure. But for now, I'm going to go for this, which with the hard disk which we have attached during the machine setup. Now everything looks like set up here. I'm going to begin the installation, and it will take a bit of a time here. so I'll wait for that, and we'll see. Yeah, just one more thing which is left there. You have to create the root password here. You have to create the user as well here for you, because most of the time in Linux and in enterprise environments you will not get the root access. Okay, you will get a user who may have the sudo privileges. I'll explain what is the sudo privileges are, but here as you can see that you have to create the root password. You have to create a user, so that, you know, for example, here's the root password. I can create a root password quickly. That's done, and next you will create a user as well. So you can create the users pretty simple. You can simply, you know, input your name and username and everything. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I think you'll be able to do it. It will take, you know, at least 15 minutes. So as you can see here, I can put my, for example, if you want to make it as administrator you can, but I will not do it for now because I have to show you a couple of things. Okay, that's it. And now it's done. Now you'll wait for the installation, and once the installation done, I'll come back and I'll show you what is it exactly. Okay guys, so we have the virtual machine ready here. Just going to reboot the virtual machine so that we can move further. So I'm going to reboot here. You can see further what will happen here, and I'll go through a couple of things here to set up the environment, so that when next time we log in here, you know, we can quickly go for that. Meanwhile, it's actually, we'll go for the startup. I think it'll be great, and then I'll have a plan to share a couple of links with you to read more about the virtual machine and CentOS and different distributions. I think it'll be worth to read those documentation on the website. I will definitely share it with you. For now, I would like to show you how these machines will work, how we can set up initial setup. So first one, we log into this, and we will have to of course agree the terms and conditions and the license. So for that you can simply accept this, and if you want you can read more about this. For this, you know, you can simply turn on this, but it's not, to be very honest, it's not a big deal. If we can do it once the machine is on. The only benefit of this network and hostname configured here at this stage is that when we turn on the Ethernet connection from here with the bridge adapter, next time when we will reboot or restart the virtual machine, we don't have to manually connect it. Once the machine is connected, you have the IP, you simply can SSH to it. I will explain you what is SSH is, but for now I'm going to log into the machine to show you around. So you can see that machine is now starting up, and it will show you the desktop. So yeah, here we are, very simple and very elegant and nice desktop. Mostly we go for the applications here and all these things, but before we go there we need to complete this to complete this tour and maybe enable some features as well, and that'll be great. That's pretty much it. We'll do it later. You see we have the Ethernet connection is connected, we have the internet connection available. First of all, what I would do is to quickly go to the terminal and look, if you want to hang around within the virtual machine and want to explore around, it's okay, but the problem is that sometimes it hang and the machine speed is not that great. So we are here and we just want to check the IP address here. As you can see here, here's the IP address we have, and we can SSH to it, and we can play around. Now I have the terminal open already here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to type the IP address 168.0. I think 188. Yeah, it's 188. I'll try dot 188 with root. Yes, and I'll type the password here, and we are logged in into the virtual machine. You can see it. Now I would strongly suggest you to use the terminal, because if you will use this terminal, the built-in terminal, it's very slow. I wouldn't suggest you to go for this. So this is the terminal, and here we can, for example, if you can see here, and the same IP address we have here as we have there. So it's the same. I mean, you are logged into the virtual machine and you're working in this. So in future we'll definitely working like this. We'll configure the Linux virtual machine, we will configure the different services, we'll show you the permissions and a lot of stuff to cover actually. But one thing which I would say is that to follow this this video series till end, because I know how the questions will come in LFCS. Okay, because I have gone through this exam, and I know how the questions will come and how you have to cope up with that and how you can solve these questions. And you definitely have to set up this lab so that we can work practically. That's pretty much it in this video. I want to share a couple of links with you. For example, popular Linux distributions, you can see here. We also have, for example, how you can use the Oracle VirtualBox and different options. I'm going to share these links with you, and it will be very beneficial. Hope you like this video. Keep an eye on this channel, and I will be posting more videos. Please subscribe to my channel and hit the bell icon as well, so that you can get an alert when I will post the next video. Thank you very much, and enjoy Linux. Thank you. Bye.